Well, good day, folks. It's your boy Ferris Loner, and here's another traffic exchange that I like to use. I am going to be going through a series of letting you guys um, see what is all out there. If you're new to the network marketing arena, if you're looking for a way to market your business and get traffic to your website, and you're on a shoestring budget or no budget at all, um, this is the perfect way. Traffic exchanges are the perfect way for you to be able to build your website and get traffic to your business because here it is. Either you're going to be taking massive action in your business some type of way, any type of way that there is, and or you're going to be doing that at all because here the reality of being in network marketing is that you're fighting fighting like a pride horse in a Kentucky Derby against other pride horses that are, way better than you, blah, blah, blah. They have other offers that are out there. But what I'm trying to say is there's other offers out there. There's other people out there marketing the same business you are. They may be are marketing other businesses and millions and millions and millions upon millions of offers out there. And what you're going to have to do is basically set yourself up to where you're going to be a little bit of everywhere. And what I mean by being a little bit of everywhere, you have to be in the solar, you have to be in traffic exchanges, you have to be on the blog posts, you have to be able to use your videos. YouTube, if you don't have a lot of money, and I'm guaranteeing you have a lot of extra time on your hand, and that is a problem that we're trying to settle with using these traffic exchanges because a lot of people come to the business and they don't know where to market their business or how to basically market their business the right way, and they're being told the old way of doing it. And the reason why I say this is if okay, and then two, if you have the right offer along with it too, you can catch a lot of people. You can end up catching a lot of people because you're going to be in a lot of different places. Now, you can go ahead and spend a little money here and there. Like I said, if you have a little bit of a budget, spend a little money here and there to end up getting traffic to your website and staying consistent with it in your daily motions with your business. It could make all. I've seen people. Another guy who is. I'm a Navy person. I'm a Navy man, and I have a Marine that he took. He was like 100,000, I think, $400,000 or $500,000 in debt to where he's making 13 grand a week right now. And he started off, with basically on a shoestring budget. And I think a lot of people who use traffic exchanges, they're looking, they end up with, they're looking for a way to basically promote their business. Now, this has really been a newer one that I've used. I have another one that I want to put up here soon, um, maybe tomorrow or whatever, because I'm sick of shooting videos today. This was the reality of it. Also, like I said, you try to find places where you can put your video up. There's also, you can also use Daily Motion. I don't know how much traction you're gonna get on Daily Motion, but it's just a matter of putting your video up and putting different, titles to them or whatever have you, and they're getting different analytics because, a lot of times when people do a Google search, all that ends up mattering is when people see your picture. I've got found one time and using my videos, and this was years ago. This was back in 2011. 2011, I was part of a. This is when phone and telecom MLMs were, still kind of popular and were working pretty good. I was part of a company called Vitel. Vitel was $20 to get into. Now, if I had been smarter back then, I would have been using capture pages to build my list, and I would have been using traffic exchanges to go along with that because they're looking for an opportunity. They're trying to present an opportunity, looking for an opportunity, or looking for a way to promote their opportunity to be able to make some money so they can create a budget so they can go and swing at solo ads. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to basically um, build a business online. A lot of people, I'm not. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not a belly to belly person. You know, I've tried marketing that way. It makes you feel funny on the inside. And I know some most people say, well, if you feel that way, why are you in the marketing game anyway? But you have to find your curve. Everybody learns, like what I learned when I was in school, everybody learns a different way, and everybody has their own way of doing things that make them successful in a particular range of motion. Like when I was a student, I was a horrible, when I was a kid, when I was in high school or when I was in school, I was a horrible student. It wasn't because of anything that I didn't know. It's just it was a set of skills that I didn't have. I didn't know how to study right. I had the desire to want to do better, but I just didn't have a skill set. Or, you know, had to be anybody around me to tell me, you know, a way of doing things. And it wasn't until I was, you know, 19 and getting out of high school. I graduated late. Yeah, most people were juniors by the time they turned 19, but ended up joining the Navy and end up joining the Navy and you know, going to boot camp. You have to. It's immediately learn that you're going to have to soak up their information. You're going to have to soak up their information because they're just not putting you through a physical realm, not just pushing you through a physical realm. You're having to learn the terminology. You're having to learn to walk, talk, think, and act. So they're training you and they're giving you study courses, and you have to study. You have to use flashcards, all this other stuff. And I say this to say that everybody has their own way of learning how to study. It wasn't until then that I learned that I can get good grades. As silly as it was, you know what I'm saying, the subject matter was different, but you know, the rate of study was there. I didn't know how to study. And then I went off to my, even though I did drop out, you know, my HMA school because I'm squeamish because I didn't like blood, uh, which is medical, which is basically an American Navy medic. I went and, you know, my first test, the first test that they gave us was on CPR. I scored a 98. Here I was struggling in school my whole life, and I come into this and scored a 98 on CPR. Where I had to learn the cardiopulmonary system, all that other stuff. I had to learn from front to back on how to do things, and I gave you the long-winded story of that is because how it applies to this is that not everybody can go out and go belly to belly right off bat. We have some people like using the internet. And I go back to when I was with Vitel, I ended up, you know, getting one person that introduced me to that building that downline up to 2,000 people. And I had some stellar people below me, beneath me, but I didn't know and didn't understand what I had in front of me. You know, how to market it better. Had I had known, I was stuck to my guns. I would have been using, you know, solo traffic exchanges and putting myself out there and kept using video and shooting more video and more video and more video. So YouTube is not the only way to get out here and get to build your business. But you know, I'm here to try to help you guys. And what it really boils down to, with the right offer that you have at hand, you can end up building your income up to go and go out and get the right traffic. Go out and get major league traffic. Go out and buy the major league solo ads, or go out and get funding. I have a guy right now. If you get at least $1,000 in your pocket, and this is people where you can go out and, you know, structure and get your business structured in the right mannerism by getting you a business name, an LLC, a corporation, whatever have you, and them giving you business line of credit. You can use other people's money to basically help you get traffic to your website. You know, network marketers, we know how to do these things, and basically blow up your downline and to build your list and to hire the right people too. Because if you're not a good ad copy, you can, you know, we also have a guy that does ad copy, and that way you will have a list being sent out to your people. You'll have information being sent out to your list on a day-to-day basis. Anyway, that being said, Top Surfer has 6 different ways for you to advertise. One is the hit exchange, and they have solo ads. They have banner ads, link impressions, newsletter ads, and, you know, SEO and all that other good stuff. Let me go ahead and log in. I've probably been out of here for a little while. It does not really matter what you know my email is, because I want you to know what my email is. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. You know, via email or on Facebook. I am here to help you. Because if you don't have a lot of money, I don't have a lot of money either. I do not have a lot of money. And the best way I can do things is put my link out there. Okay. Now, some of you may shriek, but you can get a solo ad as little, like I said, shoestring budget, $55. And you can end up, advertising to 33,000 people. Shoestring budget. You know how much solo ads cost. You know how much solo ads cost, and you know how much, things can go. So you can see the testimonials. The guy had a flood of payments, like I said, with the right business. Here's a guy that had made $4,000 in profit. Made $4,000 in profit. The ad cost him $65. The ad cost him $65 to send out. So if you come back here, and we have people, like I said, advertising, hosting, all that other stuff. Your banner ads, you get paid through other affiliate programs too. You can come back here and basically set yourself up to advertise to a multitude of people. You don't have to get this big one, or whatever have you. You can go back and basically start, at a $28 one. But I would really start right here. If you're gonna buy a solo ad, I would start right here, or better yet, right here, because right here would get you more money, would get you more bang for your buck, and get you in a comfortable zone. And it's going to only run you, $82 for the month. And you get to advertise to people who are going to be clicking through your ad and seeing your offer. But if you don't have a lot of money either, then sometimes, that's maybe not a good one as well. So you can go through from here on back, and those will be good for you. All right. So that's one way of doing it. Let's see. I don't think. And they have a bunch of text ads and stuff like that. And here's a bunch of testimonials and stuff like that about the solo ads. I got a wholesale membership. I didn't test that. You got that. Banner ads. It sent you through the tutorial. I didn't even set up my banners yet for that. I'm not going to spend money. I'm just concentrating on getting the solo ads and all the other stuff that I could use to get stuff with it. Okay. You can also earn money with this as well. You have newsletter ads, set up a newsletter. On that, they have 96,700 current members on their in their I'm having a brain fart, forgive me, on their newsletter ad area. Things are like this. So you can or you can just do this number right here. You can go through and start surfing. Start surfing through solo ads. Click here to view and earn credits. And it's just as simple as that. And what you're doing is just clicking through offers and showing people what you have to offer. And like I said, the thing that what ended up giving me, when I say pointing back to the YouTube video, I don't think I got clear with that. The YouTube video that I shot led me to the right person. And it was basically a free somebody that jumped on board and I ended up making money, from that as well. Hello, blast your ads to 5 million leads for free. Your email ad is fresh to double opt-ins every day. Let's check this one out. That does not look like it's about anything. But you kind of get the idea. You just go through these things and surf them. And it's as simple as 1, 2, 3. As simple as 1, 2, 3. And with the ad that you have in with the ad that you have, in place, it could mean a lot of money for you. See, hold on. Yeah. So, with that being said, this has been your boy Ferris Deloney. I don't want to keep you too much longer. To remind you to be blessed, not stressed, and motivated by success. And always, always, I hope to see you on the beaches of the world. But if not, I'd hope to see you in the bank, cashing a fat check. Deuces.